We have with us Mr. Varun Kumar of Dev Energy, who's all set to present to us next. And then we can have Mr. Varun Kumar give his talk and his presentation. Thank you so much. Mr. Kumar.
Yeah. So today's topic, that is the challenges and opportunities in coal gasification. So let me start with who we are. We are a company which is focusing on coal gasification since last 16 years. Now, what is the focus here? The focus is to convert coal into a fuel which can be used for heat, furnaces, for making various products like steel, ceramic, alumina, copper, zinc. So many of these products, you need to heat them to get them into final shape. And this has been our focus for gasification, is to convert coal into a usable gas which can be used to fuel the furnaces. This we have been doing for the last 16 years in partnership with a company in China, Yisheng. Now, why China? As both my speakers, partner speakers in this session and earlier in the morning, everybody highlighted that China has taken lead in gasification. And for the fuel gasifiers, Yisheng has been the world leader. They have installed more than 2,000 systems across the world, and which are all running at 100% success. And in India, in the last 15, 16 years, we have done around 180 systems in almost 40 different industries. And this has brought down the cost of production of all these products, all these industries by almost 40 to 50%, because that's the difference. That's the difference in terms of energy cost between furnace oil, which is the primary fuel most of these industries are using, and coal gas. So these are some of our achievements. We have been India's #1 in terms of gasification for glass furnaces, for bone china, for wall tiles, floor tiles, and pellet plants, iron ore fines which are converted into pellet, both to straight gate and rotary kiln. All these technologies, we have been the first in India to install gasification systems to convert their existing fuels into coal gas. What is our technology? The core of our technology is two-stage gasification. This is a fixed bed updraft gasification system which converts coal by gasification in 2 stages. The stage 1 is the up stage, where it converts into, where it takes out the VM of the coal, and the second stage is where it converts the coal carbon into CO, methane, and hydrogen, a mixture of these 3 gases. Now, as you can see, the calorific value of both these gases are different. Also, the temperatures are different, compositions are different, and therefore, both these gases are processed through different cooling and cleaning trains, as you can see in the process flow. So this is slightly complex because the upstage gases are taken through this route, wherein they are taken through electrostatic precipitator and then indirect coolers, then again a train of secondary electrostatic precipitators. And the downstage gas is cooled through multiple stages of cooling and cleaning. And finally, all these gases are mixed, and then desulfurization is done on them. And then they are boosted by pressure boosters to meet the pressure required in the kilns. Now, this system are air fed. So the air and steam, which is generated within the system, is fed as the gasification agent. And this system is a complete island mode, and no external steam is required to run this system. And we have around 180 of these systems running in India. And the oldest one is running from 15 years. And the latest one we have done in a pellet plant is operating at almost 88% conversion efficiency from coal to gas and tar. This is a energy balance, a broad energy balance for the gasifier system. As you can see, we can almost convert 78% into final coal gas and around 9% into tar. This is assuming a 5500 calorie coal. And this, even for the worst coals like the F grade or G grade coals, this number, this total number remains in the range of 75%, both for gas and tar combined. So these are some of the plants I wish to highlight which we have done. This is one of the toughest projects. This is a glass unit wherein we have shifted from the existing fuel to coal gas in a running kiln, and various innovative technologies have been used to make sure that this regenerative type furnace is operable on coal gas. This is, I must highlight, this is one of the first conversions outside China in the world of a glass kiln into coal gasification system. As you can see in this photograph in the center and top, the gas cleaning area, various equipments are shown, and various pipelines and tanks are shown. And you can see the cleanliness level of the system. These are a few of the pellet plants where gasifiers are operating, and you can see the size 15,000 nm³ per hour and 18,000 nm³ per hour, and they are running 24/7, 365 without stop. And normally once in a year or 2 years, shutdown happens. So the reliability is almost 100% on these plants because they have been designed in such a way that within the plant, the functionality of each equipment is with standby equipments so that plants can run continuously without interruption. As Sharmaji was highlighting, this is one of the plant in their Patratu steel rolling mill in near Ranchi, where this is 10 gasifiers have been installed. Again, this gasifier ran very efficiently, but due to the lack of suitable coal and coal procurement mechanisms, this is not operating at full efficiency. But technically, this is most suited for the billet reheating furnaces which are at the site, which have been converted to coal gas. Some of our steel plants, we have around 120 steel rolling mills running on gasifier systems. And this is a ceramic, photographs of ceramic plants where our systems are operating. And I must highlight that this is the reason, you see, a few years ago, all of you must have heard that the Chinese import tiles have eaten up the Indian market. And in the last 4 years, that talk has vanished. Why has that vanished? It's because of the transformation of these tile making companies from the very expensive LPG fuel to coal gas. And once you run the tile plant on a coal gas, the cost of production is almost lower than the landed Chinese tiles. So these are some of the brands which are running on our gasifiers. Now I want to move on to this is what we are, and now I want to move on to what are the challenges which the ecosystem, the gasifier ecosystem faces in India specifically, and what we have been facing from last 15 years. Policy for coal for gasification. There is no specific linkage available, and all our customers have to buy coal from the traders, and the availability is variable. So because the gasifier needs a consistent flow of one type of coal. So that is the first challenge in our ecosystem. Second is the customer needs a standardized process, a standardized product from us. And when the customer is approached by different technology providers and there is no standardization in terms of what is the output required, what are the safety norms, what are the coal gas quality, so then the customer is very confused and very difficult for the ecosystem to move forward. Then our pollution control boards, state pollution control boards, have no policy. The NGT works on case-to-case basis, and a centralized policy for gasification has not been formed, which creates ambiguities in each state pollution control board's clearance mechanism. There is no agency for any technology certification which can be used to counter these above 2 points. There is no mechanism to de-risk the whole technology absorption with any pilot plants. There is no government support for any pilot plants. And the pilot plants which have been running by some of the agencies have not yielded any commercial results. There are no mechanisms of training of manpower, and finally there are no financial or taxation benefits of saving, as Mr. Sharma was saying, saving foreign exchange, saving crude oil imports. So it's only talk, but nothing has come in terms of black and white from Government of India. But as Dev Energy, what we have done in the last 15 years is to convert these challenges into opportunities, and that's what an entrepreneur should do. What we have done is all the plants which we have installed near to the coal, so that the cost of coal and the availability of coal is easier. We have tried to install plants for the furnaces where the existing fuel has been very expensive and the payback is very fast, so that the customer is able to take the risk and take the impact of unknown variables in the process. We have tried to offer standardized process and product which doesn't change from customer to customer, and we have tried to de-risk all the business by showcasing running plants in India or in China, and we have helped all our customers in NGT and PCB clearances by providing all the relevant informations and required processes to match the expectation of the state pollution control boards. And we have been providing O&M services to our plants so that they are able to achieve the desired results or the committed parameters which we have committed them at the time of sale. Now, what are the technical challenges? The most important technical challenge is the trust in the technology. The customer has to decide whether he has to go for coal gasification system with or without backup fuel. So that decision is a very difficult decision, and we have to make sure that this technical challenge is solved when we go for any of the deal. Now, the second challenge is the size, because in India, the scale is not that big for most of the SMEs, and for the larger plants, the scale is very big. So you have to modify your offer to make sure that you are able to offer plants which are large and which are small. And the third important challenge here is that the technology to convert the existing furnaces has to be taken up by the gasified supplier themselves, because most of the existing furnace technology suppliers are not interested to shift from their key fuels like furnace oil or natural gas to coal gas. And as I've already highlighted, the technical challenge of meeting the NGT and safety compliance is very, very important. Now, the current challenge which we are facing as a gasifier technology supplier is to move beyond the double stage systems, because the double stage system use sized coal, and most larger plants want to shift from sized coal to fines. And they, as in the morning session, Mr. From SWIN Technologies, speaker was saying that the lighter, younger coals are cheaper available, and gasification technologies are required for those type of coals. So therefore, we have to change the technology from hard and high fusion temperature coals to lighter coals, and increase the carbon conversion and use the gas without nitrogen carryover, meaning that you have to find a technology which is oxygen blown and or oxygen enriched, so that the nitrogen carryover is very less. And therefore, fluidized bed gasification is the next step for fuel-based gasifiers to adopt all these points. So this is a GA of the fluidized bed gasifier. There's a gasifier with the recirculation of the gas and multi-stage cooling and cleaning system. So these gasifiers are able to use fines. They are able to use soft, low ash coal. They can use oxygen, and they're very large size. Can use up to 40,000. Can generate up to 40,000 meter cube of gas. And there is no tar generation, no phenolic water generation, and very high carbon conversion, and very easy to start and stop. This is one of the photograph of a plant running in China, firing a alumina calciner kiln. Why I want to highlight in the end that for fuel gasifiers, Dev Energy has been innovative and trying to take up the challenges and convert them into opportunities to make sure that we are able to provide customers with solutions which can reduce the fuel cost in the production of the products, mainly steel, ceramic, pellets, any other glass, any other industrial products. And these challenges are part of Indian ecosystem. And rather than fighting and probably crying over them, we have to find solutions to move forward. That's the Indian ecosystem. That's what I've learned from last 15 years, and that's what I would like to move on. And I'm here if anybody has any questions on my presentation.